Hi, I'm Tori.
And I'm Mandy. And our Genius Hour project is animation. We are going to present what we learned about animation through an animation we created ourselves.
We chose to do animation because it fascinates us and we wanted to learn how and why people animate. Please enjoy our presentation.
The process of animation.
Animation is the process of making the illusion of motion by creating the rapid movement of images that minimally differ from each other.
The process of animation is long and complex. A typical Pixar animation takes 4 to 5 years to complete. Pixar's filmmaking process is a design process centered on storytelling.
Films are visually developed, meaning their process is one that celebrates visual presentation rather than narrative. They use traditional skills like drawing, painting, sculpture, and storytelling in their planning process.
Animators develop their ideas slowly, using a process that attempts to add value to the work of others. Working on films as a team collaboratively is usually part of their ability to collaborate with other animators.
Storyboards are like a hand drawn version of the movie and serve as the blueprint for the action and dialogue.
Each storyboard artist receives script pages, a map of the character's emotional changes that need to be seen through actions. Using them as guidelines, the artists envision their assigned sequences, draw them out, and then pitch their work to the director.
A reel is a videotape that allows the cleaned up storyboard sequence to stand alone, without a pitch person to tell the story.
A pitch can be successful because the storyteller is strong. So reels are an essential step to validate the sequence and are the first instance that the timing of the sequence is understood.
Editorial uses the information to fix the length and other elements of each shot in a sequence.
Based on the initial text treatment, storyboards, and their own creative brainstorming and development work, the art department creates inspirational art illustrating the world and the characters.
It also designs sets, props, visual looks for surfaces and color scripts for lighting, which are impressionistic pastel illustrations that emphasize the light in screens.
The art department designs all the characters, major set locations, props, and color palettes for the film. The history of animation.
The word animation derives from the Latin words anima, meaning life, and animare, meaning to breathe life into.
Throughout history, people have employed various techniques to give the impression of moving pictures.
Cave drawings depicted animals with their legs overlapping so that they appeared to be running. The properties of animation can be seen in Asia puppet shows, Greek bas relief, Egyptian funeral paintings, medieval stained glass, and modern comic strips.
In 1640, a Jesuit monk named Altheuserus Curter invented a magic lantern that projected enlarged drawings on a wall.
A century later, in 1736, a Dutch scientist named Peter van Musschenbroek created a series of drawings of windmill vanes that, when projected in rapid succession, gave the illusion of the windmill circling around and around.
The magic lantern became a popular form of entertainment. Traveling entertainers visiting the villages and towns of Europe included it in their shows.
Plato's contribution was a flat disc perforated with evenly spaced slots. Figures were drawn around the edges, depicting successive movements. A stick attached to the back allowed the disc to be held at eye level in front of a mirror.
The viewer then spun the disc and watched the reflection of the figures pass through the slits, once again giving the illusion of movement.
In Austria, Simon Ritter von Stampfer was toying with the same idea and called his invention of the stromboscope.
A number of other scopes followed, culminating in the zoetrope created by William Homer.
The zoetrope was a drum-shaped cylinder that was open at the top with slits placed at regularly spaced intervals. A paper strip with a series of drawings would be inserted inside the drum so that when it was spun, the images appeared to move.
The first animated cartoon, Humorous Phases of Funny Faces, by J. Stuart Blackton of the New York Evening World, was shown in the United States in 1906. 2 years later, French animator Emily Cole followed suit with Phantasmagorie.
By 1923, Walt Disney, the world's most famous animator, began turning children's stories into animated cartoons. Disney's first animated full-length film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, debuted in 1937.
Do you need to be good at drawing to animate well? If you want to get into 3D animation, then the answer is very simple. You don't need to be a great artist to be a great animator. 3D animation is basically the posing of a puppet.
Now, if you're wanting to learn 2D animation, knowing how to draw is important. And even though being good at drawing is not vital for being a 3D animator, it can still be helpful.
Being able to experiment with different poses on paper is always faster than trying to pose out your character in the 3D application.
Probably one of the biggest benefits to being a great traditional artist is that it can open up more opportunities for you rather than just 3D animation.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of being an animator? Like an artist, an animator is paid to express their creativity. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reports the 2016 median annual salary of an animator as much as $65,300 per year, or $31.40 per hour.
The top 10% of animators earned upwards of $99,000. Those in motion picture and software design industries earned median salaries of more than $65,000 per year.
Additionally, self-employment is common for an animator. The Bureau of Labor Statistics asserts that approximately 50% of animators were self-employed in 2014.
Some self-employment provides a sense of independence and freedom, saves money on commuting costs, provides improved quality of life, and provides the ability to make adjustments to work schedules.
Animators may have to work long hours, particularly those employed by a company. Their work schedule can exceed 50 hours per week, and when deadlines are approaching, night and weekend work often is required to meet a deadline.
Self-employment has some downsides for animators. The cost of equipment and supplies is covered by the self-employment animator. They are completely financially responsible for their businesses, both its successes and failures.
They also must obtain their own clients, which can cause unstable pay and stress. Additionally, the job outlook for an animator is about as fast as the average.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that between 2004 and 2024, employment of animators will rise by only 6%. The average for all occupations is 14%. Thank you so much for watching our presentation. We really hope you enjoyed the way we decided to present our Genius Hour project.